In this video, we'll talk how a company reacts to price cuts by its competitors. As you know that whatever business you do, you face very sharp competition in the market. I mean, your competitors, they are charging higher prices or lower prices or higher quality or lower quality. So it's all about customers are spending their dollars very frugally. They want to know that which products offer most value. So, what are the strategies available for a company if their competitors, if their competitor cuts their price, that is reduces its price? So, before doing anything, a company has to think about the intent of the price cut by the competitor. So, a company needs to gauge why did their competitor reduce the price. Okay, if for example the competitor reduced the price because it was becoming more costly for them to produce the product, then that's another thing. Whereas if the competitors reduce the price to gain more market share, then that is another thing, and company will react to these two different types of cuts due to different reasons differently. Company will react differently. So when a competitor cuts price, a company's first reaction may be to drop its prices as well. But that is often the wrong response. Instead, the company may want to emphasize the value side of the price value equation. So let's follow this flow chart, and we'll be in a very good position to explain how companies react to price changes. So has the competitor cut the price? If no, then hold current price, continue to monitor competitor's price. Well, what if the customer competitor has reduced the price? The company will assess whether lower price will negatively impact the market share and profits. So a company will assess that if the customer has reduced the price, will he gain more customers from the market? I mean, is the price elasticity of the goods in question elastic? That is, if the price elasticity is elastic, then it means that if a competitor has cut his prices, he will gain more customers and he will gain more market share. So if the answer to this question is yes, then the company should think that what action should be taken. If the company thinks that okay, no, even if that's the case, their product has a very good brand name in the market and they command a brand loyalty, so they don't need to worry and they don't need to change the prices. But if they think that no, they also need to take some action, then four sets of actions are there for a company in order to react to price changes. Number one is reduce the price. So of course, if the company thinks that the demand for the products is elastic, that is, the demand changes dramatically to the changes in price, then the company will also reduce its prices. It will have no alternative, because all the customers will go to the other company which cut its price. Second option is not to reduce the price but to raise perceived value. So here remember, we are talking about perceived value, not the actual value. So the product offering is same, but you are advertising your product in such a way that you are emphasizing the value proposition in your product. You are saying that even if the other product, the competitor, is offering a lower price, his product is probably inferior and your product is superior. So you start a campaign where you try to reduce the perceived value of your product. The third response is improving quality and increasing price. Okay, so what you can do in response to a price cut by a competitor is that you improve the quality. So you actually here you actually are improving the quality. You are not just raising the perceived value, you are actually increasing the quality. And of course you are also increasing the price, because of course with quality you basically spend more money on raw materials and all those things. So cost of product also increases. So this automatically takes you to a new playing field. Okay, you no longer are directly competitors to that product of the company which cut its price. Okay, your product is now altogether a different thing. It offers more quality and it's of course cost more. The fourth strategy to a price cut from a competitor is to launch low price fighter brands. Okay, let's suppose that Lay's, okay, the Pepsi has a very famous chips brand called Lay's. So if Lay's is operating in a market and a local brand, who is also offering potato chips, they reduce their price. Now of course Lay's, they do command certain degree of loyalty, and they do have a certain image attached to it, that they are relatively quality products, especially in the developing countries they are considered quality products. So Lay's cannot, Pepsi cannot reduce the prices of its Lay's dramatically, okay, because that's not feasible for them. Their products are more hygienic, and they can't just compete with a local market product based on price only. What they will do is that Pepsi might launch a low price fighter brand with a new brand name, and that will of course will not be that much having, it will not be having the quality that Lay's commands, but of course it will also then be cheaper, and it can fight the local brand which reduced its prices. So to cut a long story short, if your if your competitor reduces your price, then a company has a host of choices whether to take action or not. And if the company intends to take an action, then it has four alternatives. One is to reduce price, second is to raise perceived value, third is to improve quality and increase price, and fourth is to launch a low price fighter brand. I hope this video clarified your concept as to in what ways a company should react to price cuts by its competitors. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe.